Everybody knows February 28th is Science Day. But which year? If I ask this, most of the people don't know. They don't remember the year, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Nobody knows is not correct. Science teacher, she need an interview. Which year Nobel laureate C.V. Raman?
1942.
19?
1942.
What happened to him? He died on 1942.
Oh, no, sorry. 1927.
What?
Got the Nobel Prize, sir?
See, this is a problem. That is because we don't understand things logically. It's very simple. 1928 was the year. Is it not simple?
Yes.
I'm sure all of you will remember from now onwards because 28th February 1928. Which year he took birth? It's a beautiful year. 1888. Is it not?
We got in the month of November.
Yeah, November.
That I
And then remember which year he took it. And that year he did not get Nobel Prize. He invented this.
Yes, sir. That's the origin of invention.
Yeah. And he booked his ticket to receive a Nobel Prize thinking that next year he will get. He was so confident. No? That's a confidence C.V. Raman had. But he didn't get. So ticket went waste. No return policy those days. But then next year again he booked. So now you remember 2 years it took. So 1930 he got Nobel Prize. This is how you remember.
28, I believe that he booked the ticket, then he failed.
Yeah.
That is what announced.
1930 he got. So now I am sure if any teacher tells like this, students will remember. But instead of that, what they will say, 1928 C.V. Raman. You are not conceiving knowledge. You are not sharing knowledge. You are only telling knowledge. There is a difference between sharing and telling. If I speak of Newton, I will speak as if Newton was my colleague or Newton was my neighbor. No. That is what is essential. Teachers don't really understand before teaching. They only learn. Learning and understanding is different. Most of the parents also will tell many things to children, but they don't conceive it. They don't really understand. So how do we make? Most of the people are unhappy with today's education. Even teachers, parents, everyone. Academicians, educators, every one of us. Today also, almost every day I get thousands of messages. It's hard to, I don't keep most of them. But if you look at one of the interesting message. Where is that? Yeah. Which I did not store the number. He had sent a message in the morning, hi sir. So generally, if I get 1,000 message, how do I reply? I have got recorded text in which one click I can send messages. So what do? I say AF5. AF5 is this. So it's a one paragraph. So what does it say? I have already sent him. So I am not sending it again. Your introduction please. I don't have this number stored in my telephone. I keep this because I get thousands. So I cannot type all this. So I codified. Codified it. What he has done is he has answered. 3 answers he put. But all the answers he immediately removed. And that says he's a BTech. I read it already. Though he removed before that I read it. He's a BTech. But he removed thinking because there are a lot of mistakes in that. English is mistake. I remember somebody wrote me once, I want to meet you, sir. Spelling of meet was MEAT.
Luckily, they did not write, I want to make you meet.
So, similar mistakes were there. So, what he did was, he understood there is a mistake. He removed it. But you read the last, please motivate me. Me spelling is MI. Sir to study. So he want to study, I want to motivate him, right? If I say speak, generally I say speak, then there will be a lot of silence because you don't understand what speak means. Then I will say call me. Then he may understand, right? It's a regular practice for me. So I am used to this. Whom should I blame? Should I blame from engineering college? Because he's a product of engineering college, right? There are MBAs like this. I was a professor of management in engineering college. Until last December, I was a professor of mathematics teaching MBA and BBA and BTech in KL University, one of the best universities. In Andhra Pradesh, it is supposed to be one of the best universities, ranked 3 or 2 in the private. I'll tell you most stupid. I am recording it. I am ready to post it also. I have no reservations. Most of the universities are rubbish because students don't even understand anything. Today, it's easy because a lot of online classes, they log in. No questions. No questions at all. Day before yesterday, I was talking to Ajman, one of the schools. They have 4 or 5 schools. 10th class students to prepare for 10th class. I spoke 40 minutes. I thought another 40 minutes question, but no questions. So yesterday I had a 10th class students in Miyapur. I said, I am not going to speak. You should ask questions. It's very difficult to get questions today. Yesterday again evening I had a talk in Lovely Public School, Punjab, one of the best, University Punjab, one of the best universities. So I said, I am not going to talk, ask questions. So the whole thing was questions only. But luckily that student who was asking questions, one girl was asking, collecting questions and asking. She happens to be my student in Himachal Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh. She was in 9th class. I conduct a lot of programs in Vivekananda Kendra Vidyalaya. 3 days of camp. 9th class passed. Because 10th class they can focus. That was the aim. What do I teach them? Ask questions. That's it. Nothing else. And that program was called Enlightenment. Prajodayat. The program is called Prajodayat. The enlightenment is asking questions. You have a spark, you must get. How do I learn? Is the first question. No teacher should teach unless there are learners. How do you know somebody is a learner? If they have no questions, why do you give somebody food when they are not hungry? Why do you give water to somebody who is not thirsty? So the teacher's job is to make them hungry. Right? It is not keep quiet. We have been telling students keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet. I was sharing with Sukumarji and Sudhan while having breakfast. Yesterday, student asked, we are scared of teachers. What to do? I said, teachers are your servants. Students are paying. Actually, teachers should get scared about the children. No.
Nowadays it is like that only.
No, it should be like that. Nothing wrong. Got it? So we are here to serve somebody else. And school is here because students are there. And another question was why there are a lot of private schools in Hyderabad. Why no government schools? Beautiful question. I said government doesn't have money to construct a building. They don't have ability to appoint teachers, manage. It's a big infrastructure. We don't have. If government was rich, I'm sure Kerala, most of the government schools are good. All the aided to schools also. We own an aided school. My family runs a school. So most of we appoint teachers, government will pay salary. It's a beautiful system in government. Is there anybody who can give government job just like that? I can give government jobs because I run a school. We appoint teachers, salary, pension, everything is paid by government. What a beautiful system. Correct? Eh? Yeah, aided to schools are there. But aided to school management is running, but we have no control.
It's changing now.
Hmm?
It's still changing now.
Yeah.
PSC is going to select and
Where?
Kerala.
No, it's not. It's running case. I know. I am part of the case.
Even today it is there. Already there.
It will not. It will not. Marxist party wanted to make it happen, but it will not happen because of many reasons. Why should I give my property to government just like that? When you appoint, our authority is only we are spending. We have constructed a building 70 lakhs rupees this year. Where do we get money? If we don't have authority to appoint teachers and for which we are taking money, government also knows this. We are taking bribe for appointing teachers. So there is a big case. They said 4:1. 4:1 is approved, but that's also not approved in all cases. So I am sure education requires lot of close association with many activities. One is private, one is government, one is controlled by government, one is internationally controlled, central government directly controlled, central government syllabus, state government syllabus, and you can also have your own syllabus. Many people say CBSE. What is CBSE syllabus? Is there a KG CBSE? Central Board of Secondary Education. It starts only 9th class you register. Up to 9th class, school can decide what they wanted to teach. But just because books are not there, they follow NCERT books, or NCERT identify some publishers. Some of the private books, the cover is changed. Delhi, if you go, they will give you any publishers. You want Kairali Vidyalaya books, you tell. One day they will change the cover and then give you that same book. Nothing. Civil service is also like that. Engineering is also like that. Every book is same. Content inside is same. But only cover they will change. Whomever they want. Whether it is Ravu publications or Mehta publications. Doesn't matter.
Not necessarily publishers.
Yeah?
But in Meerut, Delhi, it's in a
They do it. That's a business.
If I pay 1 lakh of rupees to those people, they print my name and send the books.
Send the books also.
I do my two students and say this is by me.
Yeah, this is I produced. That's also possible.
And I don't know even what is the cover page of it.
Nothing, nothing.
Because I came to know because I worked in an institute where the institute asked me, it's a private institute to get it. So I withdrawn from the students from the institute said that don't stick to me. Because I can make my own notes.
See, this is what we know. This is what is education. Somebody else wrote it probably years back. Whatever education policy comes, I am telling this is not going to change. It's all stupid. Kasturi Rangan created, but no change at all. Why people think there is lot of change? Kasturi Rangan made a lot of differences. That is because you did not read the earlier one who made it. Read what Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan told about education. Exactly same. Kottayam CMS College is the oldest college in South India. Started by Britishers. 2 of the British principal had a snake bite inside the campus and died. I don't think any college will have that history. Because that was the age during those days. Imagine. The first printing press was in CMS College.
Got a distinction. One of the earliest colleges in India.
That's what I'm saying. Under Madras Presidency, there were many, but in South India, that was one of the earliest. Those days, Madras Presidency was running college. Devagiri College was part of Madras College. My brother was graduated from Devagiri College. Only one college in Malabar was Devagiri College. You were a student there. Yeah. My brother was one of the first postgraduate in Kannur district. He got MBBS admission, but he thought he has to become a teacher. So he not opted for medical, he became a teacher. Because teacher's profession, he can create thousands of teachers, thousands of other
Value of
professions.
teacher at that time was that much high.
Yeah, value of teacher was very high. Today, 28th August is a great day for me because my brother died on this day. February. 28th February, my brother died 2 years back. Until then, I was conducting a lot of camps there because he was a great educator. Today in Payyanur, most of the papers, after 2 years also, there is a big story about it. I was involved in, he is also from my place, Sukumarji. Krishnatan, the MLA, and me was associated training most of the teachers under his assembly constituency. I conducted maybe thousands of programs. Education, what is exactly required is a change. Where should change? Policy cannot change, only teachers have to change. So if teachers are good, they can change. And what is happening, age 3 is the time when people understand two things. One, language, second, emotion. Age 3 to age 6 is the time when emotionally they need to be molded. But that is the time, unfortunately, they are handled by unqualified people. Not highly qualified. It's only time pass. They have not been given too many knowledge, not too much of vocabulary. Earlier it was good because other day somebody was asking, how are you remembering many things? That is because I remember in childhood, we were forced to learn lot of slokas. Though our manas and buddhi was not in slokas, it was for the food after that program. We have to chant a lot of slokas, then only the food is given. Right? But I am sure that had some impact. Most of us were able to remember things. I have an elder brother, he knows probably thousands of people they know by name, not by name, their father's name, their grandfather's name. When Sukumarji was telling about her, you mentioned Madhavan Nair, I asked immediately, is he from Palakkad, Vattapalam?
During our elementary stage, we were forced to study, we are made by heart, Manipravada.
Many. Even mathematics was like by hearting. I don't know how many of you learned, but I was forced to learn mathematics by heart. How do we by heart? 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3, 1 plus 2 is 3. So all combinations of 3 as a result we have to learn. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. So it keep on repeating. I am taking little more time to speak because I didn't learn in English. I learned it in Malayalam. Right? So if I want to tell that Malayalam, I will be much faster. Because today, children don't learn. Instead of that, it's actually wasting a lot of time. Same scolding. I keep saying, you scold your children, but use different scolding, no, different words at least, not the same one. At least let them learn some different scoldings. I don't know, most of the KG nursery teachers would have, what is the maximum number of words they would have used? Keep quiet. I feel like slapping those teachers. You want a student to keep quiet or shout, yeah? Did any teacher said shout? As long as you want shout. Tell that. That should be the age, no? Why do you want them to keep quiet? Because your class makes noise to the other place. Headmaster, headmistress, principal, somebody will come and scold you. And what are you doing? You are asking keep quiet. And what are you doing? You are shouting. So what are they seeing? Somebody shouting. Got it? There is simple technique for doing it. It's all tricks and techniques to make them engaged. Different activities. So how do you create activities? That's a great thing. What is the age to be learned? I remember when my son was going nursery, I told this. But they said, how do you do that? So I said, simple technique. I gave a needle and thread, asked them to do this. One full day, over. No students will be able to do it because they need more concentration, right? But doing that is a great technique for improving their concentration level. And they will feel so successful once it is passed inside, no? Yeah, I did it. That's it. By that time it will fall. Again, show me. Finished. Again they will be. They will not feel hungry. They will not go for any mischief. They will not disturb anybody else. One big thing which is lacking in most of the children, focus, concentration. Why? Because they are not trained for this. It needs a different direction. I'll tell you, no policies, no syllabus will tell you this. It is teachers' creativity. It is teachers' creativity who can change. Yesterday I was talking to somebody from Todupuzha, seeing my old newspaper. In Manorama there was a news item which came 3-4 years back. The parent has cut it and kept it in some dictionary. So boy was opening it, he saw that. So immediately he said, I want to talk to this sir. So I record most of them. I'll send if any one of you want to listen to. That's Malayalam. The father, mother, everybody. Then I said, I am planning like this. He's a Christian. He said, sir, I want to start. I have got a few students. We are starting Sanskrit slokas. Learning. Is it many people think Sanskrit sloka means it is something like a BJP's job. We were learning it when BJP did not take birth. Understood? It is nothing to do with Hinduism, no religion. Yesterday I was telling him one example. Who is the king of the forest? I asked that boy. Who is the king of the forest? Lion. Who said? Who said? So who said king is the lion of the forest? Who made lion as the king of the forest? Who? Who made?
Because of its stature, people told.
Because lion behaves like a king. So he himself declared. Who declared? Lion declared. Leaders are not made. They declare. I don't know whether you have gone to the MLA, MP, Chief Minister's house. If not, go. Go. Go to some MLA's house, MP's house. Have you gone? Any one of you? Go. I have gone to many. You know what you will see? His big picture will be there. Very big picture. He will look at it every day. I want to be like this, he will think. Every day he wants to become great. That's how they do. Every day you look at your own picture very big. You feel like, I want to be like this. That is what is to be done. Sucharita has to print your child's picture big and then show. He will say, I want to be like this. Their expectation will rise. That's how it should be. Got it? If you are not doing it, it's a big patakam. So how lion becomes the king? Because lion walks like a king. Na abhisheka ho. There is no abhisheka karma. Na kriya ho. No special program. Simhasya kriya devane. To make Simha as what he is today. Swayameva mrugendraja. He declared himself, I am the king. You have a doubt? Come to me. I will show you. See what a great ability, no? This is leadership quality. Where is religion in this? And tell me, is there any other language in which this can be explained as best as this? Is it possible? No other language can write this as best as this. I keep challenging. Today is Science Day. India had aircraft probably which year? That's what everybody knows. Wrong brothers invented aircraft. Not Wright brothers. 8 years before that, 1903, Wrong brothers flown one aircraft. 8 years before that, in India there was one Dalapate, Maharashtrian, who flown one aircraft. There are 2 Hindi movies and 1 Malayalam movie. If you have not seen, see movies. That's the best method to learn. Ask your children to see movies. It's a beautiful movie. The story of Dalapate is being explained. and Dalapade has flown and his project was a failure. British magistrate certified that he has flown and then fallen down. Then there was an advertisement in one of the Maharashtra paper asking that I want some fund so that my project can be completed. After that, that boy was not seen, aircraft was not seen, it reappeared after 8 years. So you know why I am calling wrong, brothers. These are all history. We don't even know our own history. Nothing wrong in examination, you write right, brothers. But conceptually you should know there is something bigger in our life, right? How Ramayana could conceive a flying object which can be called aircraft today, which was also called Vimana. And you want to know the definition of Vimana? So fantastic in Sanskrit. I am sure no airlines company, including Emirates or Etihad or Indian Airlines, nobody can define like this. Desha Deshantaram Yadbhak. From one Desha to another Desha, you want to travel. Desha Deshantaram Yadbhak. You have 3 modes, right? Which are the modes? On the ground, water or air. Assume they are islands, by road is finished. So one ground is finished. So immediately the next line says, Dvyupa Dvyupantaram Chaiva. Assume that happens to be 2 islands. Then by water or by air. Then water also he has to remove. So what he said? Yo ambare gantumarhasi, which moves in air. Sa Vimana iti prokta. That is what is called Vimana. What a great definition here. Huh? Desha Deshantaram Yadbhak Dvyupa Dvyupantaram Chaiva Yo Ambare Gantumarhasi Sa Vimana iti prokta. See, our science was written down perfectly, lot of knowledge in small slokas. Small slokas, it's not too big, small slokas. Not even our own mother tongue. People don't even, there are great poets, let it be in Tamil Nadu or Kerala or, no, great poetries. Yesterday I was telling that small boy, ABCD, do you know? He said, yes. I said, ABCD, there is a big principle written by a great poet in Kerala. ABCD. Between AD is BC. Kunyuni was a great poet, Kunyuni master. ABCD ilundoru tattvam, kalathin tattvam, AD-ക്കുള്ളിൽ കുടുങ്ങിക്കിടക്കുന്നു BC എന്നാണ് തത്വം. The principle is between ABCD, you have AD and BC. Whatever happens in AD is there in BC. What a great knowledge, you know.
Short man.
Yeah. കുള്ളനായി കിർക്കനായി ജനിച്ചോരുണ്ണി ഞാൻ കുഞ്ഞുണ്ണി എന്നെ കണ്ടോരോ ഭാഗ്യവാന്മാർ കാണാത്തോർ മഹാഭാഗ്യവാന്മാർ. I had the fortune of traveling with him. After his death, I was there in Calicut. He stayed most of the time in Ramakrishna Mutt in Calicut. So I was there on a program. Condolence message was given by me after his death. I'm sure we need to have lot of satsang. Share. Instead of that, what are we doing? Only father, mother, teacher. No relatives also. Nobody should come, nobody should go. Where do these children learn life? Language comes from lot of slokas like this. Let it be any tongue. But we have a syllabus. Only Tingle Tingle Little Star, which was probably hundreds of years back. Which year? The teacher also doesn't know which year it was written. Who has written it? I keep asking. London Bridge is falling down. Where is London Bridge? Huh? 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 London Bridge. Where is London Bridge? Where is London Bridge? Wrong. That London Bridge mentioned in the poetry, that London Bridge is not there. Eh? It is there in America, Arizona. They shifted that, lifted, and then somebody purchased and it is reinstalled there. The poor teacher doesn't know that. Got it? See, I'm sure you as teachers, they need to improve only when children have questions. Parents also doesn't have questions. They want only marks. 100 out of 100 in KG. Finished. Become great. And this fellow who wrote message today, he also wrote that deleted message. I am a BTech student. I am A plus in all subjects. Wonderful. His English spelling you heard, right? I remember in Kerala, one of those schools, 420 children wrote exam, 372 people have got A plus in all subjects. Some of the missionary schools are fantastic. I was called to give prizes. One of the students asked, what is the spelling of circle? SIRKLE. Good enough. English A plus you will get. Whom should we blame? Is it, where are we start? Learning happens where? Learning happens where? Most of the people have problem. Yesterday also, most of the questions were mathematics is a tough subject. Why maths is a tough subject? Because maths is like building. Unless the base is perfect, the next one will not happen. That's a problem. English, history and all that you can study anytime. If you skip one of the schools in Aurangabad, 8th and 9th is not there. After 7th, directly 10th. Why? Because 10th marks only important, no? So, they teach a 10th class 2 years or 3 years, depends on the student's ability. Not required actually. KG and all not required. Why can't you start only 10th class year? From age 3 onwards, 10th class syllabus. That's good. All 10th class teachers. Direct 10th. Your children are able to mug up some question and answer, finished. They can write to 10th class. Get A plus in all subjects.
To distinguish between students, we have to put a 10, bracket 1, 2, 3, 4, like it.
So I think it is essential to understand why are we giving education. Education is man-making. That is what Vivekananda said. Education is man-making. Man-making is not getting certificates. That's not good enough. There are much more. We are human being. Do we know how to be human? We are social being. Do we know how to be social? I was flying from Hyderabad to Dammam for a lecture. 3.5 hours flight. Boy was sitting, 9th class boy. I was keep on asking questions to him because I am going for a workshop for children. I want to know this is a sample child in front of me. So I used to ask how many workshop you had similar, how many vacation classes you had, what happens in vacation classes. He also attended many. But 2 hours, 2.5 hours after that, one single question back, who is this buffalo who is asking me like this? He don't care. You don't see somebody asking questions today because children are asked to keep quiet. Don't ask questions. At home also, schools also. I think we need to create children ready to ask questions. By birth, all children are good. They keep on asking questions. Any small child, what is this, what is this, what is this, they will keep on grabbing. Can't we make that to happen continuously so that we get a lot of questions? Inquisitiveness. The quest makes questions. We have a lot of questions. I have a lot of concern. Why should I worry? Why Sukumarji worry? Why these elderly people are worried about what education is? Why she is again running around NGO, picking up people? You can sit in the AC room and then watch TV and then enjoy. Kada? This man travelled from Pune just for this today. Why? Yesterday I attended one program in Pune. Why we are doing it? We have concern about something not happening in the right way. Correct? I am only thinking, if that concern we are not able to share with the next generation, Only that concern is good enough. If they have, they will do something better. Do we have that concern? Do we have that concern today for the youth? The youth doesn't have concern. Do we have that concern that they don't have concern? That's my question. How do we share it? How do we share it to them? Tell them this is essential so that you can do something big. If they don't have that concern, I am sure you may earn money. You may also have a family. So what? So what? We are not actually becoming human. We are not sharing anything. We don't have today, one of the Nobel laureates we are saying, so what? Why we are not able to create somebody greater than this? How could C.V. Raman invent something? He has seen water, he has also seen oil. Water is also reflecting light, oil is also reflecting. There is some difference. Why the difference? That is Raman effect. If I tell you this, I am sure you must have heard this in science class. But there is a great joke in making this remember permanently. I'll tell you that. After C.V. Raman's Nobel Prize, there was a big party. In that party, alcohol was given. But Raman will not take. But then somebody said, you know how Raman affect in alcohol. Now we want to know how alcohol affects Raman. Got it? See, sometimes it is not science alone. Science, philosophy, jokes, everything has to be together. You don't have to be very serious in your classroom. Most of the mathematics science teachers are so serious. If you want to be a good teacher of science, probably you must look at Walter Levin. Beautiful lecture. If you have not seen, ask your children to see. They will dislike all the teachers in this world. Simple pendulum, the way he teaches. You know what? The way he teaches, he will hang himself and he will hang and he will sing from there and then show. This is how simple pendulum. We have only seen somebody putting balls, but the teacher himself will sing. And he will also keep a sharp knife and he will ask the student to take him there and then release it. So definitely what will happen? It goes, it will come back. While coming back, every audience who are seeing the video also, their heartbeat will change. And he will say, I have faith in physics. When you release it from here, it will never come back here, it will come little less than that. That is because gravity pulls it. That's why the pendulum works. But second, one more sentence he says, if the person who is releasing it, in case if you push him, it will come and hit. So two faith. One, I have faith in science. Second, I have faith in my student. Don't try this in your class. They will push you. Understood? So you should have faith. You should have faith in your students. How many such students you could create in your life, then you are a good teacher. Understood? How many such students you have in your life? How many you have? Yeah, 2 biological sons. Not everybody produces. Every animal also produces. Only human being can produce their own students. Ramakrishna is famous because of Vivekananda. Right? Because Ramakrishna produced one Vivekananda, what a great contribution. So a great teacher has to be like Ramakrishna. Because of one great teacher, he produced great kings. Who is that teacher? In India. Chanakya. He made kingdom under him. One teacher. So you can imagine one teacher can make a difference, right? So if we cannot make that, Every child who comes in front of us, every parent must look at them. Tomorrow they are going to be something great. What do I feed them? What do I give them? So, 2 years language skill. Age 3 and 4, even age 2 if they are ready to come. Up to age 5 if somebody is little delayed. 2 years, only mother tongue and Sanskrit. Sanskritam slokas. Whether they understand the meaning or not, as if they were learning Tingle Tingle Little Star, let them learn lot of Bhagavad Gita slokas, lot of Subhashitams. At least hundreds are there on my YouTube alone. Not intentionally made for this purpose. I was doing it for different Balagokulam programs. I was doing it for different classes. I was doing my camp which I was doing. I cut and pasted and then only that portion is put. I am sure we can produce many. Have some small classroom. We don't want classroom. It could be a garden, it could be your house, it could be a terrace, it could be anywhere. Create small clusters. We don't want schools. We don't want closed rooms. We want open rooms. Where few parents, they can start this program. Probably after COVID, we can get connected to each other. Or it can run in small, your own colleagues, your own friends, your own. And don't just teach the children if you don't learn it. The parents also should learn. I am sure when this happens, grandparents will come up with a new sloka. I learned during my time. This also I want to introduce. So we will have a large number of slokas added by many people. So we are not telling these are the slokas to be learned. Tomorrow, March 1st, I am starting at 2 o'clock online. Whoever comes can join. We will start with some slokas. There is a book called Nitya Sloka which I produced. It's available on my PDF, which talks about daily rituals. As part of it, what you are supposed to chant. Karagre, Vasate, Lakshmi, Karamadhye, Saraswati. Geography is there, science is there, speed of light is there, everything is there inside that. Where what is there, we will explain, maybe in due course. But start learning. I am sure from tomorrow, 100 days, if we can learn 50 slokas, we will be the best and first. If we can't do that, the NEP says that informal education, no textbook, no syllabus, with sound only they should learn. Like mother tongue is never written and learned. Sanskrit slokas also they have to learn by listening. Let us make this as a practice, right? And then start. Unless teachers and students and parents, grandparents, everybody study together, this is not going to happen. And then what we plan is, maybe age 5 and 6 we will have life skill. Little bit logical reasoning, analytical skill, mathematical ability, all that can be added. That also without textbook. Not examination, no competition, no question. You sing. No. We will sing together. When I sing with somebody else, I can assess whether this person knows or not. I don't have to ask them to sing. Got it? So that's a method. So they will also become part of it. We don't have competitions. We don't have to do that at all. And then maybe when they become 7, 8 years, they should be good in English and all the subjects. So by the age grade 3, when they become grade 3 in the normal standard schooling, they will be equal and ready to any other normal schools in which they are going to be. All syllabus from KG onwards, including Tingle Tingle Little Star, introduce them when they are 7 and 8 years, finish everything in 2 years. 4 years syllabus, finish in 2 years. We can do that. Show that as a model and a sample, because NEP is not going to be in place. They have not decided who are the people who has to teach, what is their qualification. What to teach is also getting experimented. I am so happy yesterday Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan cleared or not cleared? Cleared. Grade 1 is starting with the Sanskrit. He was part of the discussion yesterday in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Pune. So she was asking a beautiful question to me. We had a long discussion. He said, if they study in Sanskrit, will the 10th class will be Sanskrit medium examination? See, you have not even decided where to go and how to go, and you wanted to know what is there to having for your lunch. Forget about it. Things will change. Right? And assume you could do it. That time learning in any syllabus, any language, any examination will not be tough at all. That is guaranteed. I have got right examples. It was not new. What we are doing is not new. Don't think it is new. We have a Lakshmi Kumari Amma in Kodungalur who started a Vedic Padashala. She was the head of Vivekananda Kendra in Kanyakumari. After retirement, she settled in Kodungalur. She started a Vedic Padashala. Tarkashastram, Jyotisham, Ayurveda, everything was taught. There were 18 to 19 children. After a few years, everybody left. Only one student was there. That happens to be my Guru's granddaughter. Brahmasri KPC Anijan Pattadiripad was my Guru. His granddaughter was there. She failed in 12th class. Kerala syllabus. Everybody said she failed. You see, bad system. Correct? Next year she wrote open school CBSE plus state syllabus, same year, and she became double plus 2. Both she passed. Now she is an Ayurvedic doctor. She passed her BAMS from Bangalore, finished her post-graduation. She is a wonderful doctor. She understands everything because she learned everything in Sanskrit. Now most of the Ayurvedic doctors learned Sanskrit for academic, but they never learned Ayurveda in Sanskrit. Got it? So I'm sure we can make a difference. We have a lot of examples. We have to create something different. So I'm happy when we had the preliminary discussion. Sukumarji was there, Colonel Sundar was there, Krishnatan was there. So we had at least 2-3 times we have a lot of dialogue. Right? Srinivas is attending first time. But we were working together on these direction for long years. He is a man of great wisdom and knowledge. You want him to talk or you have something to ask for which he can give answer right away?
We'll have the opportunity to hear him.
Yeah. You want me to introduce you or you will introduce yours? You introduce. He is a double MBA. Okay? He is more a Westerner today than an Indian because he stays most of his time in Canada. You must see him how he goes to Canada. Like, have you seen the Tamil Brahmins goes with a Vengayam bag? Yellow bag? I have seen him in airport going like that. I was sending my wife for UK that day. Correct? No? UK only. My son, he was also there. So, we were all carrying big bags. He was a small bag. Understood? So, traveling is like that for him. I did an education experiment in Palakkad, 2010. After my retirement, first I went to Palakkad, started a 8th grade starting program. He was there part of that time. His daughter was my English teacher. Because I want those who don't speak to teach English to those children who learned only Malayalam and they can't speak a single word in English. And assume I put an English teacher there who can speak only English. How do they learn? I told her that was her first teaching experience. She was only plus 2 passed, joining for graduation here. So I said I want her. And he also was there. She taught 2 days. I told her either you should learn Malayalam. Otherwise my children should learn English. You decide what you want. Even now I have those recorded classes. And those children who are appearing, my 8th grade children, were certified by teachers, principal, parents, everybody. They are useless. They will never become anything in their life. Now today, one of the boy is doing PhD in UK. 7 of them are absorbed by Wipro in their education project. 17 of them completed their BTech and then doing post-graduation in Bangalore. They're all useless students. So I used to say, give me the worst children. I did not teach them. Only 1 year I taught. I made different. That was my first experience. During that also, he was there. And we were there on January 26th. We finished that January 26th program, went to Kaladi. We traveled together, lot of travel. That is what gives us. We went to a field to select some of the roots which can be furnitures in my house. And all my furnitures are the roots which are dug out and then cut and then made beautiful furnitures. You need to be slightly different, no? Correct? So, Srinivas. So, I think this is the best introduction, my association with him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Here.
No, I don't like it.
No, you sit here.
You sit and speak.
Yeah, sit and speak. I am recording. So, that will also become.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Sabhayai Namaha. Shashikumar looks like he likes me very much. That's why he gave a very good introduction to you. But I don't know whether I really of that standard or not. I'm still a learner. We are still learning quite many things. Two things I will tell you. I don't take much time, like less than 10 minutes. The problem that we are facing probably in India, that when we had discussion last time too, is the narration. Who is owning the narration and what narration we are going through? The entire system, whether they are IAS officers, army, politicians, students, children, teachers, parents, we are all coming from a set of narration that has a set of boundary conditions. And that narration was introduced to us 150 years before. And we are holding the same narration. As long as we hold the same narration, we will not be going anywhere except that we will do a little bit tinkering over here, a little bit tinkering over there. In 1923, British have convened a conference in Thrissur. It is called the First Indian Historical Congress. And in that Congress, British have very deliberately said that, and it has been accepted by most of the faithful Indian students or the great historians of the time, that the entire Indian geographical and historical timeline should be set to 2000 years. Beyond that, you should not write anything about India. There is no history of India and you are not supposed to speak about anything beyond 2000 years. It's a narration accepted by the Congress, and then we followed it. You take any textbook of history or whatever, in whichever language, whatever revision, whatever edition you take, it ends there. That's the first thing. Prior to that, what was the narration? How old are we? How old was the civilization? When did it start? Now we interchangeably use the two words, India and Bharat. Now, how many Bharatavarshas are there? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? We don't know. What is the dimensions and the geographical limitations of the Bharat? Do we know? No. We think that right now, whatever the British created, divided political India is, that is what is Bharat. Or maximum, if you ask the Arya Samaj, they may extend it couple of countries here, couple of countries there. They include Nepal, probably Tibet, or probably Burma. And this side they will add Afghanistan. And they are very afraid to add Pakistan to that. So we leave it there. We say that this is the Akhanda Bharat. Now, beyond that, what is Bharat? That Bharat, whatever it was, it was like a, say, 1,000 feet road. See, life is both static and dynamic. When the people do the road planning, they do two things: static planning and dynamic planning. Static planning is the extent of the road, and the dynamic planning is what moves on it. Now, we were traveling on a road called Bharat, which is 10,000 feet wide. So in 1923, British said that, oops, it's not workable. So we'll make it into a 10 feet road. We'll bring it to 2,000 years. So your boundary conditions are set. Your static dimensions are set. On that one, we have traveled already 150 years. Now, from that, we wanted to get loose ourselves and redefine what we are. So that is the question. Can we do it or can't we do it? That's the biggest issue that we have debated so many times. I mean, probably we could say that he has put his life and career on the line. I have put up life and career on the line. We designed, but still we never, lot of pressure from so many people, but we moved. The problem is, out of the total volume of the literature that India has in the manuscripts, probably they could number at least lakhs. Until now, only 636 Sanskrit texts were printed. Only 636. Within that only, the narration is set within this 10 feet road, what you are. Where are the other texts? We have no idea. We don't know where they are. Even if they are there or not also, we don't know. But one of the biggest medical companies, Procter & Gamble, they have 6,000 Ayurvedic texts in their library in Cincinnati, United States. And you are not allowed to see them. You have to ask a permission from them, and they will decide whether your intention is genuine or not. And after the decision, they may allow you to watch it, not to copy it. That's the thing. So the problem is that, again, the whole narration of 2000 years, this started with French Revolution. When the French Revolution started, or prior to that, when the French were dealing with India through the East India companies, the first East India companies that dealt with India was the Dutch East India Company and French East India Company, not the British East India Company. When the Dutch and French came to India, Dutch came to predominantly the Calicut and Kerala coasts after Portuguese. Then French were dealing with Yanam, the east coast of India. What they have done was they have copied most of the available texts in Sanskrit from Sanskrit to French. When these texts were read in French by the pre-revolutionary philosophers like Voltaire and Thoreau, they have rejected the entire church ideology as humbug. They said, you cannot say the world is created 5,000 years ago when the eons and eons of cyclical time is going on here. So there is something wrong here. So the predominant French Revolution basis is the text translated from India into the France. And that is why when Emperor Napoleon was coronated, when the Pope came to coronate him, first time in the history of the Catholic encyclopedia, Napoleon said, you have no right to coronate me. Neither you are the vicar of the Christ, nor you are a spiritual man. So he snatched the crown from his hands, and Napoleon coronated himself. That is the beginning point of it. So when the British East India Company started moving in, the French Revolution has almost destroyed almost all kingdoms in the Europe. Napoleon marched on. That is called the Enlightenment era, French Enlightenment era. Post-French, Napoleon has to be defeated. If he is not defeated, he will march on to India. His two war plans, one via Russia entering India, second via Egypt entering India, is to make sure that the source of knowledge in India to be secured. So Napoleon has to be defeated. So anyway, Napoleon was defeated in 1815. British have set up a coalition after some 7 coalitions to defeat him at setup, and he was gone. Then an agreement has been reached between the then church and the British that the source that came into France has to be wiped out. If it is there, then there is no existence of any European kingdoms. So how do you do that? So you take the political control of India. We don't interfere, but we want to make sure that this is gone. So thus the British moved, and according to the agreement, the Portuguese and Spanish, whoever have the possessions in India, they all handed over to the British as a dowry for some kind of a marriage that they set up, and British took over the entire control of the India politically. The first thing they have started, there are 4 phases of the British occupation of India. First one is Orientalists. British came to India to learn what India is. For them, a country means a country that follows a particular language, has a particular religion, and has a particular homogeneous population, and has a particular territory. But when they moved into India, that was impossible for them to find. There is no single god for any single king who is ruling. There is no geographical territory where you can confine it. There is no particular individual god they can worship. So this has to be brought into one versus other. Otherwise, they can't understand this. So the first divide and rule, the cultural Orientalists, when they understood it, from there it became the intellectual Orientalism, then it came Oriental despotism. In 3 phases, British have divided the understanding of India. And the first college they set up was the Ballantyne College in Banaras, Ballantyne Sanskrit College, which is now called Sampurnananda Sanskrit University. And there, their fundamental philosophy was, we have to make sure that you lose the narration of what India is, which is this 10,000 feet wide road. So they have raised 2 fundamental questions. If the Puranas are saying that the Jambu Dvipa is covered by a Lavana Samudra, then Lakshadvipa is by a Ghruta Samudra, where is the Ghruta Samudra and where are these lands? Because they are non-existent, only you see the earth with the Lavana Samudra. So the wisdom of the Puranas is false, number 1. So that narration is cut out. Second, in 1815, in Ujjain, when they published the date of the Surya Grahana, it used to be published from various Indian astrological colleges and schools. Basically, we used to look at Ujjain. They were able to bribe the Ujjain Pithadipatis because they were able to control the finances at that time, and asked them to publish the date of the Grahana 2 days before. So on the date, lakhs of people assembled everywhere in India, and there they have sent missionaries and British scholars and said that, look, your whole astronomical calculations are wrong, because it is not today, it is 2 days later. So 2 days later the Grahana came. So it was a practical proof that has been shown that your astronomical mathematical knowledge is false. So the second narration has been cut out. Once these 2 are cut out, then what happened was, there is one more problem for the British. It is not the texts, it is the temples. The massive temples built, these sun temples, solar temples, all temples that were built, they have the inscriptions written on them. They cannot be erased. These inscriptions can somehow will tell you what your narration is. So almost all temples have to be destroyed. Almost all sun temples are destroyed. All lunar temples are destroyed. Now the problem is not destroying the sun temples or anything. Now, with that, the entire narration of your history that has been etched in the stone is gone. Once it is gone, then they started writing your history. I will give you only 2 examples of the history what they wrote. The first one who started the Indian historical project was by name T.S. Eliot. So he wrote a historical textbook that Indian history as told by Indian historians. Now, who are these Indian historians? The guy who taught him Sanskrit. And then there was a Muslim guy who used to take care of his horses. So these 2 people, whatever they told, he set up a committee and wrote the history. Now that history, in that history I will tell only one part of it, that is the destruction of the Aditya temple in Multan. Now we all know that there is a guy by name Muhammad bin Qasim who marched from Saudi Arabia to Sindh, destroyed the Aditya temple, sacked the Sindh kingdom, and he went back. Now that's all we know. Right? Now the problem is that story has a beginning and an end. The beginning is this. During Muhammad bin Qasim time, the Arabs were sending their women to study Sanskrit and Pali to Sri Lanka. So one such ship, after the graduation, was returning back, and in the Arabian Sea, that ship was intercepted, and the women were taken into custody as prisoners by pirates. Then one 13-year-old girl from that ship, she cried, "Ejaj, help me." Ejaj is the governor of the Baghdad. Now from the Arabian Sea near Gujarat coast to Baghdad is 3,000 kilometers. And you don't have a Wi-Fi and satellite communication there. So the girl screamed. So Ejaj heard in his dream. He woke up and wrote a letter to the king of the Sindh that my women were taken, you have to save them. So the king of the Sindh replied that, I can't because it is not part of my kingdom. So the Ejaj decided to call his nephew. His age is 12 years. His name is Muhammad bin Qasim. And he asked him to march on to Sindh. So the Muhammad bin Qasim took 6,000 cavalry and marched on to Sindh, and it is 3,000 kilometers. Even Indian army cannot march in 1 year. He marched on 6,000 cavalry without any casualty on his part. 3,000 kilometers he came, sacked the Sindh, which is having a 300,000 army, then went back. By the time he returned back, he was 17 years. And as soon as he came back to Saudi Arabia, the first caliphate changed to the second one, the Umayyad dynasty has come. They arrested both Ejaj and the Muhammad bin Qasim because these guys were rebellious to the second kingdom, and they hanged both of them. This is the story. Now, the question is, there is also a story, the Islamic history of Persia. In that one, they have documented at the time when they are talking about Ejaj and first caliphate, second caliphate, the Persian emperor Cyrus II, who was ruling, he has given a mandate. If you kill an Arab, you will get 3 gold coins. Nobody should pass through my kingdom. Because when Muhammad sent a message to the Cyrus II that I discovered the truth from the God, the Cyrus looked at the document and said that, I don't need to learn philosophy and spirituality from the desert Arabs. Arab means person who lives in desert. We have enough culture. So, the sacking of Persia didn't come until after 150 years after Ejaj. So, in the Persian Islamic history, there is no mention of anybody by name Muhammad bin Qasim or anybody else passing through their kingdom in the specified time of Sindh sacking. Second, there is an Arabic Islamic history. If you go there, there is an Ejaj, there is a Muhammad bin Qasim, but they never left Saudi Arabia. They were there only. So now, this was a problem for the T.S. Eliot. So then they said that, then the second version came. It is not that one girl who screamed, 40 elderly women screamed and Ejaj heard. Then, then it also looked to them a little bit odd. Even to Eliot, it looked odd. So they said, no. This 13-year-old girl who was expert in reading and writing wrote a letter to him. But the point is there a FedEx there to send him? You are in the captivity of the pirates. So finally, they have decided that out of these 3 great versions, Eliot said, we will take the version 1. The 13-year-old girl screaming is most valuable. And this is the Indian history told to Indians as Indians written by Eliot. This version has been modified, remodified, recorrected, and we'll still read the same version. Now, we are not saying Aditya temple is not sacked. It is sacked. But by whom? By whom it is sacked? Because in the Aditya temple, according to its architectural drawings that whatever we have, the sun, there are 11 forms of the sun. Aditya, Surya, Ravi, Arka. So you have a Ravi temple, you have a Martanda temple, you have a Arka temple that is in Konark. So we have all temples. In all these temples, one common feature is the main sanctum sun is hanging in the middle of the air. There is no base touching. The statue is hanging in the middle. In the heart of him, depending upon what you are calling him, Aditya or Ravi, a particular precious stone was etched. And that particular stone is reflecting and radiating to the temple walls. So in the Multan, it was ruby. 2.5 kilo ruby was there in the heart of him. In the Konarka, it's a diamond. So even now, if you read the history of Konarka, you don't know who destroyed it. Because you cannot say that Muhammad bin Qasim came to Madhya Pradesh. So they come out with another theory that there was an earthquake in 1800, right underneath Konark temple only. That earthquake destroyed it. So this is the narration that we are reading. Okay. Now what is the problem with this narration is, and the second narration is that once we take this, and you have to bring Muhammad bin Qasim to 2000-year-old framework, so 700 works very well for you. But the problem is that what do you do with Lalitaditya? And many people may not know who Lalitaditya is. Lalitaditya was the emperor of Kashmir. He ruled from a city called Parihasapuram. And he conquered even Siberia to South America. He developed 4 main learning centers which probably would have been helped by Shankara. One was in Mahodayapuram. Where is Mahodayapuram? He built it. Kodangaluru, Kerala. There was a Martanda temple, a massive Martanda temple, 64 gates. A replica of it is still in Anantnag. And to destroy Anantnag temple, it took 100 years. We don't have the narration. So when did Lalitaditya rule? We don't know. So according to the history rewritten, he ruled in 750, which means he must be a contemporary of Muhammad bin Qasim. So too, Shankara has to be pulled 700 years. That means these two are contemporaries. So who is born when? We have no idea. This narration, until we don't get it, we will not be able to redefine anything, because you don't know what your science is, you don't know what your history is, you don't know what your technology is. Why the Martanda temple is built with 64 gates? Because 64 kalas. Chatushashti kalas. These Chatushashti kalas are part of Siksha, and Siksha is a Vedanga. So your narration is Vedanga. The Vedanga sets your upper limit and lower limit of the boundaries. For example, Mata Purva Rupam, Pita Uttara Rupam, Adarahanu Uttara Rupam, Uttarahanu Uttara Rupam, Vak Sandhihi, Prajanana Sandhanam. So they are setting your boundary conditions as what your knowledge should be. From a Vedanga being your boundary conditions of learning, we have come out to a 2000 year history of the learning as a boundary condition. Now, within this, everybody is prepared. Like he said, there are so many IAS officers, friends for him. I mean, they are very good, but they can't do anything because they don't know the narration.
See, just now he was mentioning about Mahodayapuram. Do you know where is Mahodayapuram? Kodungalur.
Kodungalur is Mahodayapuram.
See, the problem is what is told in our history, whatever, most of you feel it is something not related to me. I don't understand this because we know something. What is already told in some textbook, you are not able to relate. They are disconnected.
Complete disconnect.
You understood?
It took both Dutch, Portuguese.
You are not able to connect. That is because what is told in our textbook, you are not able to. He only speaks about Mahodayapuram because he is talking about the root. What happened to all of us? We got disconnected from the root. I am able to relate because we keep dialogue. We understand.
So medieval historians distorted completely.
Not medieval
Every-
historians.
Not medieval.
It is the T.S.
It is
Eliot.
the
It is
Eliot.
1775 they have decided. Of 1830
See,
they decided.
Chairman's kingdom head was in Kodungalur.
Yes.
Right. Now,
Understood.
the second.
Now when he is a chairman, we don't even relate to Kodungalur, which is my next village.
Even now the remnants are there in Kodungalur.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
The next village is ruled by somebody who is called Mahodayapuram once upon a time. See what most of the Arabian people who came to this country and then changed. This land is called what? Hyderabad. What is Abad means? Made by. Is it Hyderabad made by Hyder? Eh? That is how they named. Muzaffarabad, Hyderabad, Aurangabad. That means made by Auranga. Same. Made by Hyder Ali. Made by. So, we forgot the original name. Now, we don't know that the original name was what? Eh? Bhagyanaгаram.
No, it was actually called Lakshmipuram by Kakatiyas and then became
Kodumallur,
Bhagyanagar.
the king was converted and even.
Yeah, that is the story. That's the second. That's the second part of the story is that this king, whoever
See
that was, the chairman
what he is
king.
talking, when if you don't relate, if you cut the root, that is what happened to our education system. Why we don't know our history? Because we are cut. What we want today, let us come to practical it. What we want today,
What we learn today is all distorted history. Actually.
why we think it, that is the concern which I have, the concern which he has, that's a concern we wanted to pass on to the next generation. Otherwise, BA history, MA history. What BA history, MA history?
That is
Same
not
somebody has
history.
written.
That is not history.
No, I will tell you one small
We
story.
are
3
making
minutes.
unwanted knowledge to the next generation, making them not to think.
Like that about Tipu. All the stories are concocted stories.
No, Tipu Sultan's stories are all concocted because once the Tipu fell down, the British commander said, seize his library and find out any single document that can tell you that he is against the mainstream Hindu population. So they didn't find anything. They said, don't worry, we'll create it. Destroy the library.
See, Tipu was not against Hinduism.
Destroy the library, we'll figure
Create.
out. We will figure out.
Most of the stories are histories are stories.
Because the point is, if you don't blame the Islamic invaders, then the blame goes on the British who destroyed the temples in the name of scientific study. They don't want that because they want to rule you. So even in the Kodangalur story, that king, he was, after dinner, was walking in a garden and saw moon split into two. He was surprised. Next day, some Arab trader came and told, there is a guy by Muhammad born in Arabia. He took his sword and cut the moon literally. So he was so much impressed by it, he gave the kingdom to them and travelled in a ship to the Oman and met him, converted and died in Oman and wrote a letter to his ministers to give the Kodangalur primary Arthahalli temple as a mosque. So then they gave it. Because in the Arthahalli temple there was no image. Arthahalli is nothing but another form of Saraswati because it is Saraswati is the primary deity of the Kashmiri kings. And that in that temple until 85 people used to go for Aksharavyasam also. Now 89 they demolished the old structure and built a mosque, and that our Prime Minister went and gave it to Saudi Arabians as a gift, as a friendship gift. So now the question is, this is the narration.
Most of our history. Yesterday I was discussing with one student from Lady Sri Ram College. She is preparing for civil service. So I asked, what are you reading? So she started explaining history. Immediately she talked about Jai Singh. Then I asked, what is Jai Singh's contribution? He is no contribution. He was not at all a good king. I said, who made the first the observatory? See, they don't study the positive aspect of any king. They only learn the bad thing and then write examination, they become rulers.
Narrated by the Britishers.
What is available today, the textbooks are all written by.
T.S. Eliot and his followers. That's it.
We know T.S. Eliot more than most of our own historians, right? When we say T.S. Eliot, immediately we are able to relate because we heard. We will not be able to understand, we will not be able to quote any sloka or any song or any poetry written by Kalidasa, but we remember all that Wordsworth, Shakespeare.
So unless
Don't we have to make a difference? So the idea is to create children who understand, not enough. The parents who are young parents, who are all misguided, we need them to get some idea about how we can change. And the teachers, not that maybe don't think that what I can do. We can do, many people can do. One lady who was the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan chairman, she was the one who had discussions how to do it. So she said we will push it and see that it gets implemented. There were a lot of people, opposition was there yesterday?
They were there.
They were there. Anything you want to make a difference, there will be opposition. Committee was opposing. So immediately I asked Srinivas, go there, see what's happening. If some support is required, you give it. So inside committee also there will be a lot of people. Why to change? Why do we want to make this difference?
No, the main question in the committee was Sanskrit is an oppressor's language.
Yeah.
Sanskrit is
Oppressor's language. So English is not.
See, we are not telling that don't learn, but learn. Also, you know about your mother, no? Your grandmother also. Got it? And the beauty is, now he was talking about two oceans, Bharatagandam. Bharatagandhe, anybody knows this? Yeah, every priest in the temple will be chanting it when you go for a puja. That is a relation of you, because you are belong to that Bharatagandhe, Bharatadvipe,
Jambudvipe,
Jambudvipe,
Bharatagandhe.
Bharat, all that you know. But when history learned, you don't relate it.
So what is Bharatagandha? What is
Yeah.
Bharatavarsha? What is Jambudvipa?
You don't relate to that.
We
That's
don't
the
know the
problem.
time of it, we don't know the geography of it. Then how do you define you as a nation state? And how can your army fight a battle? That's why you don't fight.
So if you know that when I am doing puja for my child's wedding or maybe birthday, the pujari is chanting. Poor fellow, the pujari also doesn't know this is geography. Poor you also don't know. Right? So we are doing it just for ritual sake. Don't you think the next generation at least should know the meaning of this? Who will teach? Which syllabus will teach? So let us make some small difference. Young parents can learn. Small children can learn. I am sure we must spread this. And once the June academic year starts, the most busiest people are teachers and principal and headmasters. You don't get time. You can meet a collector, you can meet a chief minister. Meeting a headmistress is a big problem. I remember I was going to Birla Public School in Doha. I was going for a program, I was driven inside. At the gate, one fellow was standing there. I have seen him somewhere, yeah. And I asked the vehicle to stop. I asked, come here. So he came. He said, why are you here? See, I am selling some software. But that fellow has a retired IPS from Thiruvananthapuram. I met him when he was in power. But once you become a private fellow, I am sure a private fellow comes to meet the principal. He will say, wait, let him wait. You have seen the medical representative standing outside, right? So difficult. What I am saying is, we have to make some difference. And that difference can be made only by some teachers who can influence some parents, because every parent trusts you. Whatever you are saying history, that's a history. That's why I said wrong brothers and right brothers, you tell both. Because to get mark, you will have to write it. Correct? I keep saying, to get mark, you will have to write who landed on moon. Eh? Yeah, write it. But you understand there is nobody landed in the moon so far. We make fun of Americans saying that the French people and Indian people think of landing to moon. Today, Americans may think about it after 100 years. Got it? So, they twist. Global warming, big project you submit, you get prize. But understand there is no global warming. Global warming is a great politics. Somewhere somebody has to tell you this. How do we make a difference? Understand, question, if next generation are also taught like this, we have been slightly polluted. Next generation will be totally polluted. Because everything they Google. Correct? And where is that information? Everything is available. At least some people are putting some informations today. Otherwise, everything was controlled by British. Now today the British power is gone, therefore
Microsoft, Google are coming out.
Google are coming, so Americans are little liberal in that. Do you know what is the best items which India during our childhood, probably 1950 to 1980, soon after independence, what India exported to America maximum? Eh? No. That came only 1980s and after that. Before that, we had in our childhood upma. Wheat was coming. So tasty. Dalda and rava they supplied. But that ship did not go free. You know what they took? Books from India.
From every single language.
All textbooks, all books printed in India was going wagons to America, and then every library they filled.
And in return we got the wheat from.
Again we got. So we are the people who sold books for wheat. And today our people go for both wheat and education for America. All the rich people will send their children to America for studies. I think it's right time we have to make some small difference. Right? Don't wait for government. NEP implementation 2023 will not come. The plan is 2023 because they want to train teachers first. Who will train teachers? Now the teachers training college has to have principals. All the structure has to come in place. Doubtful. Because we diluted. Kept on diluting. So unless people start as sample, and then we must be able to show, come here, we will train you. Got it? I was talking to some of the Gulf schools. They said implement in few schools or we will come and get trained here. So my idea is July, August, September, 3 months holiday for Gulf. Most of the teachers are from India. I remember most of the trainings for the teachers, they used to make pockets, gather, and then I used to go and give lectures here. Because easier for not going there and covering, because they are on holidays. Holidays teachers are free. Otherwise, as I went to Kuwait, schools used to declare holidays for my classes. When we go there, teachers have to come, means it's a problem. And they cannot run on Fridays. Holidays they cannot run. Strict rule. So they wanted to come here to learn. So I wanted to create few samples where we can implement this. They will learn from us. So
Unless you teach Vedas and Upanishads, again you are going to learn same English history.
no problem. See, I know what is the benefit of having raw food. I don't know whether you heard that no oil, no boil food in Tamil Nadu. What? Google, YouTube, go and see. We don't require oil or boil to prepare full vada, idli, everything. Tamil Nadu has got this mechanism. Still running hotels. People go there to learn cooking. At least we know that, and still you cook in cylinder, no problem. If you don't know that and you are thinking this is the only way, then it's a problem. You understood?
By solar heat they are doing?
Yeah, solar heat. And it is most tastiest, most healthy food. We cannot do it every day, but can we have it at least one in festival day to prove that we can do it? So learning this is not a daily basis, we may not implement. For writing exam, IAS and all that is not going to change. But we know that it is possible as a festival. You understood what I am saying? We may not be implementing everything what we learned. But let us know.
Time will come.
Time will come, this will become art of the day. If we start today, probably after some time will come, people will accept it.
Even the IAS, IPS exam also will be changed.
See, for example, I don't know how many of you know, in IAS exam, one of the question was, write an essay on Krishna's flute. It was asked. Huh?
This year or?
No, few years back.
At that time BJP was not in power?
See, it is not BJP who is creating question paper. Don't blame everything by government. I was part of at least that secretariat, cabinet secretariat. No role for politicians on any of this. India is not ruled by politicians. It's all ruled by administrators.
Yes, sir.
Politicians will only tell them what to be done. If possible, they will write it and give it. Earlier also they were writing and giving. But will it implement or not, it depends on the The power of the politicians. Otherwise, the administrator will say, no, see, Kerala election is declared. Yesterday, election commission was telling we will have central government central police will be there. Everybody in the booth knows what is happening there. But today he is able to tell because he knows that central government is supportive. So if politicians are there to support, definitely IAS will work. Otherwise also they can work, but they need courage. Sheshan was also, at the end he was very powerful. Beginning if he was showing like that, he will never reach that position. See, it's always like that. He knows, but he was in a Tamil Nadu cadre where he got enough support. There were a lot of oppositions for his programs also, but his brain worked very well. There were many chief ministers' programs in which the whole electricity was cut. But then he arranged all the vehicles to stand and the lights were switched on immediately after that. So the people were not in panic. So there are a lot of things which you require. I had direct interaction with the Sheshan. He was our secretary and he came to our department for inspections those days. So I am sure, great courage. Everybody cannot. Can we create one of your student, one of your person as a good politician, good administrator, good judiciary, good journalist, somewhere, and good teacher? One of that.
He invented courage only after working in atomic energy.
That's what I'm saying. He got, see, Atomic Energy Department of Space posting for IAS. He was also Department of Space Secretary. They are all soft posting. No great IAS people get that posting. That's all sit in the corner. Positions only. Otherwise, that is not a great post. But what he did there was, he also made a different rule. That's why Space Department has a different rule. He made a different rule. Got it signed by Prime Minister. So everything, anybody who is creative will do wherever they go. They do something different. So we need to actually change few children and show that we can also make a difference.
So that history to be changed.
Well, everything will change. I'll tell you one thing. See, you have seen the corona. We thought that the world order will never change. 3 months, everything collapsed. Everything collapsed. All across the world. No intelligence agency could forecast it. With all their surveillance. Even now, nobody knows whether Americans did it, Chinese did it, both together did it, or it's a cosmic cycle, how many variations it is taking, is it 1, 2, 3,000, no one knows. Till now, virus is not isolated. What happened? Just 3 months. And the funniest part of that one is, it destroyed one fundamental concept in the people, that God exists. You have shut down every temple everywhere in the world belonging to anybody who believed in any religion. No one had courage in India to say that these ancient temples are built as a medical centers, open them. Even they don't believe it. One shot, 3 months, the whole universal order collapsed. And now they don't know how to resurrect it, recreate it. No one knows how to do it, what to do it. Until they figure out the tamasha of these vaccines and corona will be, this is like an interval between the first part and second part of the movie. They are running it as long as, because they don't know background what to prepare, how to control, who is in control. Will America be superpower? Will somebody else be superpower? No one knows who will become what now. This is the only time you have for next 5 years. You can make India to regain its 10,000 feet road, because nobody is bothered about you. If you lose it, you are gone. Such kind of a great catastrophe occurred one time during the lifetime of Krishna. When the whole rain was coming, he said, don't worship all these gods. Forget about Indra, Vishnu, everybody. I am lifting the Govardhana and worship it. That's one time it happened. It was a total change of faith from one system of worship to another system of worship. Now it has come to that level. This is not only an economic reset, it's a spiritual and religious and moral reset. Because it proved in 3 months that no God is powerful. No spiritual leader is powerful. Nobody could come and say, there is no corona, I am here. Come to this temple, it will protect you. Nobody has knowledge why the temple is built. So this is a reset time. It's the only time you can work because nobody has figured out what to do. What happened wrong also nobody figured out. Whom to blame nobody knows. So basically now they are running a interval ad slides. That is your wear mask, we are finding a vaccine. This drama will run as long as behind the scenes they figure out how to control the world again.
No, we don't know. Next June, whether schools can reopen,
Oh, that
it
also
will
we don't
function. If it functions also, otherwise, generally December, January, all KG admissions, nursery admissions, every school van back you will see a banner. And unfortunately, people are not worried about age 3 to grade 3. You are all online classes, every physical class is like that. We don't want that to happen in the schools. Let it happen in small places with the parents and together. Tirupati they started in school only. But they have a huge place, no other classes are running. They started 3 days back. If such facilities can be given, maybe garden, maybe some hall, maybe this place, make some to come together, but not children alone. Let their parents also come. Flexible system. They need not come at 9 o'clock, go at 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock. No. Whenever the parents are free, they can bring their children, let them come here. Flexible system, totally flexible. But when they come, somebody can guide through some slokas. And those people who wanted to guide need not be you teachers. Maybe you have a young teenager at home, after graduation, your job sitting at there, ask them to come here. Because they get an option to learn something new, which may be useful tomorrow. Anyway, they are idle, wasting time. Get such people who don't have job. They wanted to serve. Maybe elderly parents, grandparents. Ask them to come. Got it? Maybe I asked her to come because Sujarita was there. She was a music teacher. She had dance teacher or music? Both? Dance. So she was attending one of my program in A.S. Rao Nagar. She said, I am interested. But she has a young child. Still she came, you imagine. The young child also, she came and sat for some time. Right? That is good enough. 1 hour if she can come, she can show something here for the people who are there that time. Because we are not completing syllabus. We wanted everybody to learn little bit here and there. Got it? So this can be like a place where parents, grandparents, children, everybody can come at that point of time. Everybody will sit here. Parents can also sit, grandparents can teach, children can sit. They will want little bit sharing of knowledge. Whenever they want, they go back. Got it? If that, I am sure in June, if academic starts, everybody is busy. But next few months, February, March, April, 3 months, February is over. March, April, May, 3 months if you can run, I am sure they will learn 50 slokas. So what I plan is from tomorrow onwards, 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, 1 hour. Whoever comes and joins on Google Meet, because there are a lot of people from different parts of the world looking at it. We will start teaching slokas. Not that you have to learn, you have to by heart, all that, no. References are there, you can listen to many people. We are only triggering. Like this, something can be learned. Okay? So that is what we start doing. If you have some doubts and questions, probably we could ask that, and then how to make it happen. If you have any doubt, you can discuss that. It's like that's why we called it as grandma. Child care and Shiksha Center. Learning happens.
Program is all 7 days?
No holiday, no working day.
No.
Yeah. Because some people will have holidays only Sunday, and you are closing that day, finished. Maybe Sunday you get more people. Got it? Saturday you may get more people. And assume somebody wanted to come and join. They will come and join here.
So to begin with, you are only you'll be only focusing on the slokas.
Most of them we will start with the slokas. Then mathematics and science and few things we can start based on the
Only
age
through play.
All that will be through play.
No blackboard.
No blackboard, no writing, no compulsion.
I'm just asking.
But if they wanted to write, no problem. We may have cut and paste also. We may get lot of old newspapers you bring. I will tell you beautiful workshop in which they will learn many things which you cannot teach in your classrooms. Activity based That doesn't mean they don't touch anything written and printed. We will not force them to read, but they will learn. They will come and ask you, what is this? I want to read this. That will be the style in which we make workshops. Got it? You don't have to. Today what happens? You read, you will say. They will come and ask you, please read this for me. I want to read this. That requirement should come. They have to have that quest. I should feel that I must learn. That feeling should come.
We said about narration. Narration of everything what is, has gone past, or we have to resurrect and bring it back. So would you also be thinking that on giving these shlokas, you will be able to narrate the thoughts or the meaning?
That is what?
Definitely.
Because unless that is there, then it will become a drag.
That is why I gave an example of Vimana. That's why I gave an example of lion.
Yeah.
Right. Or you can also say, how many Bharatas are there? Why this is called Bharatavarsha?
Because then only it will.
Then only you will know.
Yeah.
If they tell the kids that there are 3
That is what we will do
emperors who
for
by
the
the name of
seniors
Bharata.
through the Google Meet.
After them it was named, one after the other. Then they will know, at least they know that Bharat Desha means it is not this political boundary of it. So it is something else beyond. What is beyond, slowly you can introduce, but you cannot tell them that, the whole earth belongs to us. I mean, that will be they'll get a lifetime shock, everybody.
See, today a monkey can jump 56 feet. 56 feet, monkeys can jump. We don't know. There are a lot of geological drift. Geophysical change happens. That is Ravana. These definitions came much before that. Most of the definitions are written by the modern scientists like Aryabhata and all that is rewritten. They have taken cue from what is available in our Puranas and Idihasas. Puranas or Idihasas are only stories.
Right brothers or wrong brothers, but not the first one.
Not the first one. That's what I'm saying.
All archives are.
So any question you have?
That's a problem. Even if you go to archives, you will find only this.
How many of you are good in Google Meet, joining in the online?
They're all, I think, online classes are there.
But you are in the school up to what time? No, what I'm saying, even in your class, yesterday when I did the program, many teachers attended along with their students.
I think that is more possible.
Yeah.
So if you change the curriculum little bit,
Yeah.
not beating the existing timetable, the children should not know that the school is debating. But if you can modify the thing, the teachers can
That's what
take
I'm
it
saying.
over and discuss.
Got it? Or what you learn, you can tell few things in the classroom.
Yeah, I think that will be a much better. If
Yeah.
you can have a spare periods on Saturdays, that if you organize, then I think it will be a good idea.
Why don't we connect everybody on Google?
That's what I'm telling. See, he's
Or few assignments can be look at this YouTube video, or you can make a clip and send it to
that's
them.
also possible.
They can also learn.
That will be a much more.
Understood? And for higher classes, probably after few months, probably we can have some competition. Young children, we don't make competitions. But higher classes, probably we need competitions. It is not a competition, it is making to show. The competition can be, they will record it and send it to us. Right? It is not competing each other. You record and then send it. We will upload it. So they will feel happy. My song has come, right? You understood? And that we will have circulated to many places. Maybe as a group song we will have. All that can be part of activity which you think is creative, we will start implementing. It's not that we want to tell this is what you should do. We want every cluster to invent their own style. Got it? Today I was seeing a beautiful video. I'll share with you. The thali is served in the Indian shape, right? You got it? It's a beautiful one. See, the high creative.
Really, but it is really cumbersome.
See, what I'm saying is it's all messages. It is not for daily. Got it? I remember when science competitions were there, Children's Science Congress, I suggested a map to be created for blind. It was not accepted because it is social science. I said, social science? No, science is there. Why can't you create? No, that is different department. I am chemistry teacher. In charge is chemistry this year. So you tell something in chemistry. I said, I don't suggest anything, only this I will suggest. To some other school I suggested, they got first prize. But they didn't know that I was there in the organization group. That year I was part of the organizing. See, sometimes we don't make, no, this is my subject, I will do only that. That should go. The students have no barrier, they are studying everything. Why teachers should have only, I will teach maths, I will only teach physics and chemistry? You should teach everything. Probably a maths teacher can teach history or geography much better than a history and geography teacher. Or the history geography teacher get little tinge of mathematics, they can teach geography much better.
Few parents who are sitting here,
Yeah.
they may not have caught on our line of thinking.
You can explain to them. Anybody can explain to your parents what we plan to
I
do.
don't know. I can't
We can tell that they may be
You can
Telugu.
explain to those
So you can
people.
tell that our plan is
Just
to
the-
teach
just plan,
the grandma
what we
plan,
have
you know,
to-
right?
what we
2
intend
years
to do.
Sanskrit, language skill, then learning skill, and then equivalent to that international standard
Yeah, now it's
by the age grade 3. Now he will explain.
Telugu.
Cheppandi.
You will explain in Telugu, no?
He is a Telugu
Yeah,
man.
then you explain, please.
Yeah.
So that they understand. no? The Toda boys, similarly, they can come in front. They will not be able to, they can sit there.
Parents దగ్గరగా
Yeah. You understood, no? You focused on how to implement. That is more important. They have to make a cluster, start learning. Along with the grandparents, teachers and students.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మామూలుగా ఇప్పుడు స్కూల్స్ కూడా నడవడం లేదు కాబట్టి మనం ఉన్న చోటనే మనం ఉన్న ప్లేస్లోనే కానీ లేక ఒకవేళ ఎవరైనా స్కూల్లో ఒక రూమ్ అనేది ఏమైనా ఇవ్వగలిగితే అక్కడ 3 ఏళ్ల వయసు నుంచి 3వ క్లాస్ వరకు అంటే వాళ్ళకి 6 ఏళ్ళు వచ్చేవారు వాళ్ళకు మొట్టమొదట నేర్పించాల్సింది అంటే ఇప్పుడు వీళ్ళు అనుకున్న ప్లాన్ ప్రకారం ఏంటంటే మొట్టమొదటి వాళ్ళకు ఫస్ట్ ఒక 100 శ్లోకాలు సంస్కృతంలో. సో వాటికి అర్థం వాళ్ళకి తెలుసా తెలియదా అనేది అనవసరం. వాళ్ళకి ఫస్ట్ వాటికి ఆ అర్థం ఇప్పుడు ప్రతి శ్లోకంలోనూ దానిలో ఒక మామూలుగా మనకు తెలిసే మీనింగ్ ఒకటి ఉంటుంది, లేకుంటే దానిలో ఇంకో అంతరార్థం ఇంకోటి ఉంటుంది. అది వాళ్ళకి వయసు వచ్చినప్పుడు వాళ్ళకి అర్థమవుతుంది. అంత చిన్నపిల్లలకు అది ఆ రిసర్టేషన్ ఒక్కటి రావాలి. ఎందుకంటే అన్ని స్టడీస్ ఏం చెప్తారంటే వాళ్ళు 5 ఏళ్ల వయసు లోపల ఎన్ని పదాలు వింటే అంత బ్రెయిన్ వాళ్ళది చాలా షార్ప్గా వర్క్ చేస్తుంది. 5 ఏళ్ల లోపల కనీసం 50 లక్షల పదాలు ఆర్ సౌండ్స్ వినాలి. సో అవి వినాలి అంటే మనకు ఒకప్పుడు పురాణ కాలక్షేపము కథా కాలక్షేపంలో అన్ని పేర్లు రకరకాలవన్నీ దొరలేవి. సో వాళ్ళకి అర్థమవుతుందా కదా అది విని 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 వాళ్ళ యొక్క బ్రెయిన్ ఏమవుతుందంటే అది ఇంత శబ్దం తీసుకోవడానికి వాటికి అలవాటు పడుతుంది. అందుకని ఒక 100 శ్లోకాలు మొదట నేర్పించి దాంతోపాటు మ్యాథ్స్ సైన్స్ కూడా అంటే వాళ్ళ వయసు అంటే ఒక ఈ గంట సైన్సు ఈ గంట మ్యాథ్స్ దీనికి హోంవర్క్ అని కాకుండా వాళ్ళకు ఆటలతో పార్టీగానే నేర్పిస్తే వాళ్ళకి ఎగ్జామ్ రాసే టైం వచ్చేసరికి అంటే వాళ్ళు 10th క్లాస్కి వచ్చేసరికి వాళ్ళు ఏ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ స్కూల్ స్టాండర్డ్లో ఏదైనా కానీ వాళ్ళు కంప్లీట్ చేయగలుగుతారు. సో 3 లాంగ్వేజెస్, ఒకటి సంస్కృతం, 2 మాతృభాష తెలుగు, 3 ఏదైనా కావచ్చు, హిందీ కావచ్చు, ఇంగ్లీష్ కావచ్చు. సో దానివల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే ఎన్ని భాషల్లో వాళ్ళు తమ భావాన్ని వ్యక్తం చేయగలుగుతారో వాళ్ళకు అంత ఈజీగా వాళ్ళకు సైన్స్ మ్యాథ్స్ కూడా అర్థం అవడానికి అవకాశం అవుతుంది. దీనిలో ఏంటంటే పిల్లలు ఒక్కరినే కాకుండా ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లాగో ఇంకా నెక్స్ట్ ఒక 3 నెలలు టైం ఉంది కాబట్టి అంటే స్కూళ్ళు తెరవడానికి అసలు స్కూళ్ళు తెరవరో కూడా తెలియదు కాబట్టి తర్వాత కూడా తర్వాత ఇంకా అది ఒప్పుకోవాలా వచ్చే సంవత్సరం కూడా వీళ్ళు ఇంట్లోనే ఉంటే టీవీలు చూసుకునేదానికి టైం అయిపోతుంది, పేరెంట్స్కి వాళ్ళని చూసుకోవడానికి వీళ్ళ టైం అయిపోతుంది. అలా కాకుండా మార్చి నుంచి అలా మొదలు పెడితే ఒక 3 నెలల్లో కనీసం మనకు వాళ్ళ పిల్లలకు వాళ్ళ అభిరుచి ఇంట్రెస్ట్ తెలిస్తే దాన్ని తర్వాత స్కూలింగ్ కింద కన్వర్ట్ చేయడానికి ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఒకవేళ నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ కూడా స్కూల్స్ లేకపోతే వీళ్ళు కనీసం 1.5 సంవత్సరం వచ్చేసరికి ఈవెన్ 2 ఏళ్ల పిల్లలైనా పర్లేదు పిల్లలతో పాటు పేరెంట్స్ కానీ వాళ్ళ గ్రాండ్ పేరెంట్స్ కానీ వస్తే సో వాళ్ళకు కూడా తెలుస్తుంది ఏంటి అనేది. వాళ్ళు కూడా పిల్లలకు చెప్పగలుగుతారు. అంటే చాలామంది ఇంట్లో వాళ్ళని తల్లులు ఇంట్లో ఉంటారు, లేకుంటే వాళ్ళ తాత అమ్మమ్మల ఇంట్లో ఉంటారు. వాళ్ళు కూడా పిల్లల్ని కంట్రోల్ చేయలేరు, ఎందుకంటే వీళ్ళ యొక్క ఎనర్జీ అంటే వీళ్ళ శక్తిని వీళ్ళ దీనికి వాళ్ళ వాటి ఉండదు. సో వీళ్ళు ఒక చోట ఉంటే వాళ్ళు ఒక ఇంటిలాగా ఉండే వాతావరణంలోనే వాళ్ళకి నేర్చుకోవడానికి అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. ఆ అవకాశం వల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే నెక్స్ట్ స్కూల్ నడిస్తే సరే ఎందుకంటే అందరూ స్కూల్స్ ఇప్పుడు ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసెస్ అన్ని కూడా 6వ క్లాస్ పైననే ఉంటున్నాయి. 6, 7 పైన 6వ క్లాస్ వరకు ఉన్న పిల్లలకి ఎటువంటి ఫెసిలిటీస్ వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో ఉండాల్సిందే. అంటే వాళ్ళు చదువు ఎలా ఉందో కాబట్టి ఎవ్రీడే ఇది ఒకటి తయారు చేయడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే అట్లీస్ట్ పిల్లల్లో ఈ యొక్క నేర్చుకోవడం కానీ లేకపోతే సృజన కానీ అంటే వాళ్ళ క్రియేటివిటీ కానీ వాళ్ళు క్వశ్చన్లు అడిగితే చెప్పడానికి పేరెంట్స్ ఉంటారు, లేకుండా ఉంటే టీచర్స్ ఉంటారు. సో వాళ్ళ ఒక సిలబస్ అని కాకుండా ఈ గంట నుంచి ఈ గంట వరకు నువ్వు ఏబీసీలు దిద్దు ఇవన్నీ ఆటోమేటిక్గా నేర్చుకోవచ్చు. మొట్టమొదటి వాళ్ళకి వినడం రావాలి. ఆ వినడం వచ్చినప్పుడు మిగతాది వాళ్ళు అది ఎటువంటిదైనా కానీ వాళ్ళు వినగలుగుతారు. ఎందుకు వాళ్ళకి మీరు అలర్ట్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఫోన్ ఆన్ చేసేస్తే వాడు సైలెంట్ అయిపోతాడు? అలవాటు కాదు, సౌండ్. ఆ సౌండ్ వాడు బొమ్మ కూడా చూడడం, ఎందుకంటే దాంట్లో అది అంత ఫాస్ట్గా నడుస్తున్న కార్టూన్లో అది ఏముంది కూడా వాడికి కనపడుతుంది. ఆ శబ్దం అనేది వాళ్ళని అట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు పిల్లలు పడుకోకపోతే తల్లి జోలపాట పడుతుంది, ఎందుకు సైలెంట్ అవుతుంది? అది తల్లి గొంతును గుర్తుపడుతుంది, ప్లస్ దానిలో ఉన్న మ్యూజిక్ సౌండ్ అంతే. సో వాళ్ళకి ఎంత వింటారో ఆ వినడం వల్లనే వాళ్ళకి జ్ఞానం పెరుగుతుంది. అందుకనే పూర్వకాలంలో అన్ని గురుకులాల్లో కూడా ఎక్కడ పుస్తకాలు పెట్టి రాసుకుని కాపీ కొట్టే బిజినెస్ లేదు. వాడు ఓరల్గా చెప్పడం వాడు నేర్చుకోవడమే. అట్లాగే అన్ని కుల వృత్తులు ఉన్నాయి, అవి ఎవడు బుక్కులు రాసి ఇవ్వట్లేదు మీకు. మీరు అక్కడ వెళ్ళి ఆయనతో ఉండి చూసి నేర్చుకోవడం, విని నేర్చుకోవడం అంతే. విద్య అనేది ఒక్క శృతం వల్లనే వస్తుంది, లేక చూసి నేర్చుకోవడం వల్ల వస్తుంది. నువ్వు రాసుకొని నేర్చుకోవడం అంటే అది బట్టి పెడతాం, పరీక్ష రాస్తాం, బయటకు వచ్చిన తర్వాత అది ఏముంది అడిగితే రాసిన అర్ధగంటకు కూడా వాడికి ఏమీ గుర్తుండదు. నువ్వు ఏం రాసినావు అంటే వాడికి ఏమో పాస్ అవ్వడానికి రాసినాము చాలు ఇక్కడికి అనే పాయింట్లో ఉంటాము. సో అందుకని ఇదేంటంటే దీన్ని చేయడం వల్ల పిల్లలే కాదు వాళ్ళ పేరెంట్స్ కూడా ఇన్వాల్వ్ అవుతారు. వాళ్లకు ఆ ఫస్ట్ ఉచ్చారణ భాష రావడానికి ముందు నోరు తిరగాలి అంటే మొదట వాడు శ్లోకం తప్పు చెప్పని ఎవరూ పుట్టిన వెంటనే చెప్పలేరు కదా, నేర్చుకున్నప్పుడే చెప్పగలుగుతారు. సో వాడికి ఆ ఉచ్చారణ కరెక్ట్గా వస్తే వాడు ఏ భాష అయినా ప్రొనౌన్స్ చేయగలుగుతాడు. ఎటువంటి భాష అయినా కానీ వాళ్ళకి మాట్లాడడానికి వస్తుంది, ఎందుకంటే ఆ మైండ్ ఆ యొక్క శబ్దం వల్ల వికసిస్తుంది. అది ఈ యొక్క కాన్సెప్ట్ అన్నమాట.
Yeah, wonderful. Good enough. I'll send it across to everyone. See, not necessarily Sanskrit. If you feel like Hindi is good. Hyderabad is a place we don't know whether Telugu is a mother tongue or Urdu is a mother tongue or Hindi is a mother tongue. Kada. Sometime some songs will become very good.
ఏ భాష అయినా పర్లేదు. ఇప్పుడు సంస్కృత శ్లోకాలనే కాదు, ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ ఏదైనా ఒక పద్యం ఉందనుకోండి తెలుగులో బాగా ఉండేది, లేక మీ ఇళ్లలో ఎవరైనా పాడే మంచి పాట అదైనా కూడా వాళ్ళకి నేర్పించవచ్చు. డజంట్ మ్యాటర్, ఏది విన్నా ఆ వినడం అనేది రావాలి వాళ్ళకి.
బట్ ఎవ్రీడే
చేయాలి.
ఎవ్రీడే సంథింగ్ న్యూ.
ఒక టైంలో వాళ్ళకి అన్ని తెలుస్తాయి. తెలుగు వస్తుంది, ఇంగ్లీష్ వస్తుంది,
all my camps, one song which I make my children to sing. You want to sing that? Only 4 lines. एकता स्वतंत्रता समानता रहे. The essence is that ekata swatantrata. I must have swatantrata. My independence is there, but then I also join together, right? Samanata. Ekata swatantrata samanata rahe. विश्व में चरित्र की अमानता रहे. समानता रहे, अमानता रहे. खंड है अनेक, गीत एक राष्ट्र का. What a beautiful song, no? रंग है अनेक चित्र एक राष्ट्र का. Now the beauty of this song is, if I teach this in the camp, after some time during lunch also people will start singing. Yes or no? Will you forget this? एकता स्वतंत्रता समानता रहे. विश्व में, actually it is not a विश्व में, I change few lyrics, I keep changing, I cannot stop.
That is the Swatantrata concept. You have to say there is no patent for any knowledge. You must be free.
I keep changing.
You must be free.
Which one? Google Ekata Swatantrata. It's a national integrated. But you may see some small changes. Okay. See, make children to sing this. So that when they move in the corridor also, they will sing. And they will ask, who taught this? I want to learn. I want to learn. Okay. Ekata Swatantrata Samanata Rahe. विश्व में चरित्र की महानता रहे. See, so much of concept, so much of vocabulary, knowledge they gain from the songs. Okay? Make everyone to start learning something or other. I remember. Kani yani cha papani. Kani yani cha papani. Yani kani cha papani is also there. Both are same. Where, when, what, why. I can also say why, where, when, what also, right? Kani yani cha papani. Janmandara kritani cha. Chant. Kani yani cha papani. Janmandara kritani cha. Whatever comes to me from the earlier Janma, all the papas, if at all something is there in my Janma, Tani Tani Vinashyandi. You know, I change. Naduvil Nanam Pradichinam. That is my house. I tell, go around my house, your. Okay. Got it? Kani Yani Chapa Pani. Janmandara Kritani Cham. Tani Tani Vinashyandi. Pradikshina Pade Pade. Pade Pade means step by step. That means don't run fast. Don't roll yourself. Pradikshina Pade Pade. Slowly. Don't do it as 3 Pradikshina. Drrr, and then go. Slowly. Yeah. Yeah. When you do Atma Pradikshina, you are doing the whole world Pradikshina. That's what. Same thing. But most of the people don't know now. Why are they doing it? So, if you start teaching this to young children, small shlokas, they will remember a lot of rituals. Okay. So, any more questions? What you should do is, irrespective of age, irrespective of people interested or not, send it. Let many people listen to this. Get in contact. Right? Add them in the group. We started a group, but she didn't add. You also did not add. Immediately it should add. Add people into that. Get everybody contacted. You don't know where. See, I never knew that one Kanjirappalli, Kottayam Christian fellow will ask me, I want to learn from tomorrow, sir. That's why I am starting tomorrow. He wanted to start. I said, tomorrow I will start. Got it? So that interest is there in many people. We should start. And if that group is there, probably we can say that, yeah, I joined, I learned. We know people who are interested. So all of you can send a WhatsApp to me. My number is 944 74. We'll make a group, send you the link, you can join. I will not add you, I will send a link. 944 74 37 948. Every day 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Fine? We'll see how it runs for next 3 months minimum. We will see a lot of science slokas also. Yojananam sahasre. Full science. Velocity of light other. Sahasre dvesha de dveja yojane. Ekena nimishardhena kramamana namastude. 2202 డివైడెడ్ బై 0.14 వెలాసిటీ ఆఫ్ లైట్ దొరుకుతుంది మీకు. So we will see geography, all the river names. That is river names are geography only, right? Lot of things are there. Science is there inside our slokas.